G'day guys, and welcome back to my little channel. It's quite easy for me to become quite excited about photography and about cameras. It's my day job, it's my passion, my hobby, it's everything to me. I just absolutely adore photography, the whole process of it, digital, film, whatever. I just love the whole process. One thing I've been really interested in of late is rangefinder cameras. I bought a few different models from local auction sites, not paid very much money for them, and I've been out with a few and had a few shots. One of the ones that I particularly like is the Olympus 35 SP with its 40mm fixed lens, and I absolutely love that camera. I've been fancying interchangeable lens rangefinders. Anyway, one particular camera that I've been interested in is a Zorki 4 from the former Soviet Union. Now unfortunately back in the day, quality control at the factories in Russia wasn't that flash, so you can either get a really good copy or you can get a dodgy copy, and there's kind of no in betweens, I believe. You've just got to be pretty choosy and pretty careful where and who you buy it from. So I've seen a few on local auction sites and I thought, shall I, shan't I? Always ended up saying no, I'll forget it, because they did look a bit dodgy. The other week I spotted one on a local auction site called Trade Me in New Zealand, and it was advertised for $110 buy now, and I thought, well, that's not bad, that's a good price for a start. Anyway, when I read down the description, the guy up in Auckland who's selling it, he's done a full CLA, clean, lubrication and adjustment on the camera, so it's bloody brilliant. And the amazing thing is, when I bought the camera and he sent me the camera, I unboxed it and I'm like, wow, absolutely, oh mate, honestly blown away. I fell in love with the camera. The second I picked it up, I fell absolutely head over heels in love with this camera. It's stupid saying it's like a tank, because every camera I pick up, I always say it's built like a tank, built like a brick. This thing it's gorgeous. It just feels like a solid piece of kit. But anyway, so I sent the guy a thank you message saying the camera's arrived and it's blown away by it, thank you very much mate. And he said, look, he says, if you get any problems with it, send it back to me. He says, I've got loads of spare parts for these cameras, I'll repair it free of charge. So he's given me a guarantee to repair the camera, whatever goes wrong with it. I mean, that's just mind-blowing to me. And he says that he likes to back up his workmanship with a guarantee. So good on you, fella. Tom from Auckland, really appreciate it, mate. And I'll be looking around seeing what else you're selling, that's for sure. What I'm not going to do is go through the whole rigmarole of talking you through every aspect of this camera, because there's so many videos on YouTube. I'll put a few links down below of really good reviews on the camera. And I'm not really a reviewer. I like to pick them up, look at the main features, make it work how I want it to work, get outside, get some pictures and stick them on here, let you have a look at them, see what you think. So what we'll do first, guys, we'll have a quick look at the Zorki 4. Look at that. Honestly, mate, I'm chuffed to bits, absolutely chuffed to bits. Let's have a look at the camera. The Zorki 4 35mm rangefinder. First thing we'll do is look at the lens. Now this is a 52mm f2.8 Industar Leica thread mount lens. We've got apertures that go from the maximum f2.8 to f16. The lens looks in pretty good condition. It's tiny, lovely little lens. Anyway, let's just get that one back on the body. There you go. We'll just have a brief look at the controls. Virtually everything's on the top of the camera. Starting on the left, we've got the rewind knob, which you'll lift up and turn it. I'm not going to do it because obviously I've got to film in the camera. This little lever here, this is your diopter to sort of adjust for your eyesight. We've got an accessory shoe, which is a cold shoe. Got your shutter speed dial. Shutter speeds go from 1 second to 1/1000th of a second, and it has got a bulb mode. The shutter release button there, the outer collar, also acts as a film rewind release mechanism, so you kind of pull that up, twist it round, and that will allow you to sort of rewind your film. This is your film counter on the top there. You set that manually when you put a new film in. And this is your frame advance. Now it's not a lever, it is a frame advance knob, so you just turn it around there to get to the next frame. Now the Zorki 4K, which came after this one, I believe is exactly the same in every detail, apart from instead of having a rewind knob, it's got a rewind lever. Now I have looked at them online, and to be honest with you, I don't like them. It seems to have a really long throw, so you kind of pull it round here and it goes right round like that, whereas the rewind knob, I quite like that. We've got the actual view screen and your rangefinder. It's a coupled rangefinder, so you look through there, you see your rangefinder patch, you adjust your focus with this dial here until your two images in your frame come together and overlap. at which point you've got good focus. You've got the KMZ logo. That is the factory in Russia called KMZ. That's their logo, made in the USSR. The first 2 digits on the serial number are the year of manufacture. So in my case, this camera was manufactured in 1969. The Zorki 4 had a production run from 1956 to 1973, and there was something like about 1.7 million copies made, so they are quite readily available for a reasonable price. One really important thing to remember about the Zorki 4, you never adjust your shutter speed until you've wound on to the next frame, because you can damage the mechanism and potentially destroy your camera, which is not a great idea. But the weight of this thing, it's just absolutely, it's just gorgeous. What a beautiful, sexy, gorgeous looking camera. I mean, I'm chuffed to bits with it. Now, to load the film, when you undo these keys, the whole back comes off, and then I'll link to that now. I'll show you that now. Alright, now I think we're set. When the camera was advertised, it didn't mention anything about the leather sort of carry case, which is quite a little bonus actually. Unfortunately, the front of the case looks like a gimp's codpiece. The word Zorki in Russian means sharp-sighted, so let's hope I'm sharp-sighted enough to get some nice photographs out of this camera. Have I said that I love it? Have I actually said that I love this camera yet? I think you'll find that I absolutely adore this camera, and I'm already planning to add a 35mm or even better a 28mm lens to this little kit, because 52mm is a little bit long for me. I'll keep my sharp-sighted eyes open and see if I can find a nice little bargain. Enough for now, let's go out and take some photographs. 36 frames or thereabouts. The experience of shooting the Zorki 4, beautiful. Rewound the film, which is a little bit different. Where the shutter release button is, there's a little collar around the bottom of it. You lift that up and turn it to your left quite a ways. There is a little mark on there, but I'm struggling to see it, to be honest, but there is a little mark on. So you turn it maybe 45 degrees, that releases the wind on mechanism, and then it allows you to lift up this rewind knob, rewind till your heart's content, until the film's back in the canister. Once the film's out, obviously you reset this. Don't forget to reset that, because if you don't, your film won't take up. Now, I'm developing a film in Kodak D76. It's just washing now actually, so hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be able to show you some photographs pretty shortly. So I'm hoping this camera works, I really do. It seemed to take quite a long time to shoot 36 frames as well. I took the camera along with me for a couple of days just on my travels and just popping off a few shots as I saw them. Now, one particular shot that I'm really keen on, we were walking down the village last night. There's a little bar on the corner and they've got a little sort of courtyard. The gate to the courtyard was slightly open, and there's this one fella sat there having a pint, and he was in light, you know, the rest of it's in darkness and he's in light, and I thought, shit, that's a nice shot. Set the camera up for zone focusing, f11 1/250th, which gave me a zone of focus something between 15 feet and infinity. I hope that's come out, I really do hope that's come out. Let's go find out. Okay, so something's gone wrong. I'm taking the film out of the dev tank. We've got plenty of exposures there, which is a good thing. The bad thing is there's a uniform mark the whole way down the majority of the roll. At this stage, I'm guessing a light leak. Can't think what else it can be. I do know, for whatever reason, when I was putting the film onto the spool, to put it into the dev tank, towards the end of the spool, it was quite tight. And it's not normally like that. It normally goes on and it spins like a good one. This one felt quite tight, so whether or not it's kinked inside somewhere and it's kind of left a uniform mark the whole way through the film, I can't see that being right, surely. It could be. Anyway, it's in the drying cupboard now, so once it's dry, I can get it scanned, have a look at it, and come up with a conclusion. A little bit downcast, but sun shining, that's the main thing. All right. So after putting a little bit of thought into it last night, I found the problem. So obvious. Now, a while back we moved house. I've managed to misplace my dev tank, some chemicals, some bits and bats. Thankfully, I had a spare dev tank, Patterson dev tank. I've got the lid, I've got the funnel, I've got one reel, I've got the tank itself. What I am missing is the central column that sits inside your reel. When you put your funnel into the tank, it sits inside the central column which goes through your reel, which helps to keep the tank light tight. My big dark bag, that's also gone missing. I've no idea what it is. I've got a tiny little bloody dark bag, which is, there's no room to get my chemicals in there, in the bag, to sort of tip into the kind of light compromised tank. Once I brought the loaded tank out of the dark bag, I thought I'll switch off a light, close some doors, get into a dark cupboard, lift the lid up as quick as I could, bang, get the chemical in, get the lid back on, and I thought, that should be fine, no problems whatsoever. Unfortunately, looking round the bloody door, there's obviously gaps and there's light getting in, so as I've lifted the lid up to put the chemical in, light has got into the tank before the chemicals got into the tank, before the lid's gone back on, and yeah, that's highly likely my problem. So, bugger. So I've been shopping last night online. I've come up with a guy on Facebook Marketplace who's selling a 2-reel tank. So he's kind of shipped that up to me first thing this morning. He's also shipping me out some D76 powder developer. So that'll be grand. It's saved me quite a bit of money, that one. So that should be here tomorrow. So today, God almighty. So today, I'm going to stick another roll of film into the Zorki 4, head off down to the beach with young Barney. His first trip to the beach. We're going to crack off.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace.
man.
I never really asked to be brought into
Good
this
man.
place. You wanna love
Good
me?
man.
Well then baby have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you, but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side,
Hello,
maybe we
mate.
could be okay. Okay, okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way.
The canal
Try to
that
stay
connects the
strong
Dnieper
and
River
fake a
with
smile
Crimea, a
until
supply of
you
fresh
look
water
away.
that made Crimean agriculture indeed made life in Crimea.
So, quick update. Another film. Another disaster. Exactly the same issue as before. I put the new roll through the new dev tank, so I know for a fact my old dev tank was light tight, no issues. So I've got a spare dev tank now. Brilliant. Always come in handy, whatever. But the second roll that I put through the Zorki, unfortunately, it's got the same light leak pattern from the same sort of direction. So yeah, just another learning curve. Again, I enjoyed using the camera, but again, I'm a little bit disappointed that the results have come out like this. But not all is lost. I've contacted the seller, Tom, up in Auckland, and I've sent him a few examples of what's come out, see what he suggests. I'm pretty sure the issue will be resolved. I hope it will, because I can't overstate it. I absolutely love the little Zorki 4. Yeah, it's just a gorgeous, cracking, enjoyable camera to use. It'd be even better once the light leak is sorted. So, another week update on the Zorki 4. I've boxed it up, shipped it back out to the seller up in Auckland. He's going to have a look at it. He has got an idea where the light's getting in. How easy it's going to be to fix though is another question. Fingers crossed. I've got all my fingers crossed, hoping this camera pans out, because I love it. Fair enough, I've only got 3 good shots out of it that don't suffer from the light leak, but the 3 shots I've got out of it, 2 in particular of the grandson Corbin, mate, I absolutely love them. They have come out so well. The wait now begins until we get the yay or the nay from Tom. Fingers crossed. Come on mate, fix the Zorki. Anyway guys, thanks for sticking with this. Fingers crossed the Zorki does come back, and it comes back in good condition. And when that happens, I'll be chucking another film through it, and we'll do a part 2 of the Zorki 4. Oh mate, trials and tribulations of former Soviet Union cameras. Love it.